Hey, good morning, guys. It's Friday, November 10th. It's about 6:30 in the morning. It's been a good week. It's nice being back on my channel. It's a real challenge. I'm sure some of you guys are sick of hearing about it, but man, I hope nobody has to go through that. But it's nice to be posting videos. I've really enjoyed doing that. It's a beautiful morning. The weather's great. No mosquitoes out here because I got my screens fixed, but my dog still crashed through that door down there. Yeah, it's nice out. It's quiet this morning. I think a lot of people take Fridays off, you know, the owners of businesses, and a lot of people start their weekend early. I can tell the traffic's a little thinner. So I've been getting into some pretty interesting stuff with kitchens and touchless faucets. I did a faucet yesterday. I put one of those touch faucets. I say touchless, but it's actually a touch. You have to touch it. Unlike in a commercial building, it's touchless. There's a sensor, an eye, that senses your hands and it turns the water on. Anyways, so I put one in on Wednesday for a guy. You know, the guy remodeled his kitchen, just relocated the pipes in his kitchen, and then I got a call the very next day to go put another one in, which I'm going to post that video today. I did it yesterday, and this woman had a beautiful house, man, with all these Italian-made faucets that were very, very expensive. Very expensive cabinetry with pull-out drawers and everything. And all I can tell you is, you know, I mean, it's nice, and I gotta know, you know, everybody says it is what it is. If you go into that house thinking you're gonna just work the way you normally do, it's very easy to mess up a bid. If you were, you know, pricing that out, it takes 2-3 times the time to hook up a lavatory with drawers in it, and where you got to be concerned with the height of the stub out. I mean, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of extra work in that, rather than just a cabinet with a couple of doors and a wide open back, you know, where your pipes can come out anywhere. These things are tight. Every fitting in this house under these sinks was butted up. Street fittings, street into a trap, into just no room. And I gotta hand it to the guy who did it, working with all this newfangled stuff. Whoever did the job, it was very, very neat and professional looking. She just wasn't happy with the kitchen sink faucet that she had. It was, the handle kept loosening up, and yeah, my battery died again, guys. I'm getting about 5 minutes, if that, out of them. I guess they're just old. They need to be replaced. A lot of them are 2 years old, 2.5 years old. So anyways, she wanted her kitchen sink faucet replaced, and I was like, you know, it's pretty easy. You know, sometimes I want a special. I put a kitchen sink faucet in for $100, man, just to you know, get a new customer, and that's their product. They have to go buy it. But most of them are, you know, real quick. I mean, I can change a faucet out in a half hour, if that. And then obviously the travel, but you get an opportunity to meet a new customer. So anyways, I get here to change this faucet out, and this box is, you know, the box is like 30 inches long, for the kitchen sink faucet. Delta is what she bought. And same one that I put in the day before. I opened the cabinet and realized that every option known to man is in this cabinet. Absolutely no room. Power boxes everywhere. Just total overkill. And it was a nightmare. It was the kitchen sink faucet from hell. But I got it hooked up and turned it on. You know, you touch it and it turns on, and then you touch it and it turns off. But this one, it kept dribbling, you know, water's dripping out of it. And we shut it on and off a few times and it seemed to stop dripping. But I finished the job and leave, and about, I don't know, an hour later, hour and a half, 2 hours later, she calls me up. She says, the faucet's dripping. And unfortunately for her, she owns that faucet. So it's not, I didn't sell it to her, thank God. So that's the dilemma when people go to Home Depot or anywhere else to buy a faucet. They own it, and unless it's dripping from a connection that I made, or it's something that can be you know, tied to what I did, that's not covered under any warranty from me. So I told her, I said, listen, you need to call up Delta. There's a number, an 800 number on your warranty information. Call them up, explain to them you hired a professional to hook up the faucet. You just purchased it at wherever I think it was Home Depot, but she has her receipt and it's not working. So maybe they have a quick fix for that, or maybe you just need a new cartridge. Maybe there's something wrong with the valve that shuts on and off electronically by battery. It's just, you know, it's like a car with all the bells and whistles, man. It's just more shit that can go wrong. You know what? I mean, I joke, but the best faucet in the world are 2 ball valves or two globe valves with a T in the middle of them, coming out with a make your own spout, full flow, 1/2 inch. You can control the hot and cold separately, and you know, it'll probably last forever. But now we're into, if you saw that video I posted about the plumbing bling, it's artistry, you know. I mean, it's just, you know, they're absolutely gorgeous, there's no doubt about that. But everything, the cabinetry, the toilets, they got this toilet that was Italian, and you'll never be able to buy a toilet seat that's that shape. You have to buy it from that manufacturer. And they've you know, they came up with these little spring-loaded, you push the buttons in and it releases the toilet seat, so you can clean the toilet without having to work through the toilet seat. And some people actually take them and put them in their dishwasher, guys. Oh, nothing like some crustiness in your dishwasher, you know? Yeah, that's not a nice thought. But anyways, the toilet seat's not working. And it's not as easy as running down to Ace Hardware or whatever, buying an elongated or a round toilet seat now. They're all different shapes, heated, douche attachments, bidets, all this shit, man. So, it is what it is. And in Sarasota, there's a lot of high-end houses, man. This house was, I'm sure, was well over $1 million for it. And it was gorgeous. I mean, it's a piece of artwork, but tough to work on. She said she was the second owner of the house, and I thought to myself, the people who had that house built with all that shit in it probably couldn't wait to get the fuck out of there. You know, sell it and pass that bag of shit on to somebody else. But I got to be careful when I'm in somebody's house who's spent a lot of money and they're very proud of their home and their possessions, that I don't, that I'm not throwing that shit under the bus. And it's just something I need to be conscious of. And any business person, you need to keep, kind of watch what you say. You don't want to hurt people's feelings or give them, make them think they bought a bunch of junk. So sometimes the best thing to say is nothing. But she's got an issue with this faucet. She's going to call Delta. I'm sure she called them yesterday. And I said they'll probably send you out a cartridge immediately or whatever you need to replace that faucet. But if it's I don't know, I've never taken one apart. I've never serviced one. I don't know how that touch feature works, what kind of cartridge that is that actually turns. It must be some sort of a solenoid valve in there. It turns the water on and off. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get it fixed, because I'll be honest, guys, I don't want to do it again. And then there's the prickly part of the job that you have to go through, where you tell them, you're gonna have to pay me again, honey, to fix this valve. It's not mine, I didn't sell it to you, and you're gonna have to pay me to fix it. And that hurts, man. They don't like that, and they kind of take it out on you. But that's the danger. And we've our country, you used to call your plumber up and say, hey, I want a faucet, and the plumber would go get it. It would be covered under warranty. He could make some money on it. Now you can buy, these homeowners, everybody in the country can go buy a faucet for as cheaper or as cheap as I could buy it at a supply house. So it's just one of them situations, man. If you're a businessman, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's been an interesting week. It feels good to be back to work. Next week will be better. I'm going to take this weekend off. I put a long stretch of work in. When you work all week, and then you work all weekend, and then you work all week again, that's a lot of days straight without a day off, And I'm tired, man. Yesterday, those cabinets were 12-inch cantilever, cantilever. They were hanging off the wall, and they're very high. I call them back breakers, and you got to be careful. You put too much pressure on it, you could rip the damn thing off the wall. And I could see that they didn't put as many screws in. There were some holes that were pre-drilled, and you got to make sure all that shit's installed properly. And that's what I was talking about when even the cabinet guys, usually they come in and they just screw stuff into the studs, a cabinet that's sitting on the floor. But if you go into building one of these Taj Mahal type houses, you got to get all that. You got to put special backing in to hold that whole cabinet up, especially if it's got a granite countertop and a big old china. This sink in this bathroom had to be 30 inches wide, the lavatory. I mean, it didn't drain right. The faucet put out so much water. I guess in Italy, they don't have the water restrictions that we have over here. Because, man, the flow of water was so strong and aerated very well, so it's pushing air into the drain, that it was just pushing the water away from the drain. And the sink, you turn the faucet on and it would, listen to her. She wants attention. The flow was so strong and the water was actually coming, the trajectory was right down into the back of that pop-up drain, and the damn thing wouldn't drain. You run the faucet for 2-3 minutes, and you got like 4 or 5 inches of water in the sink, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's just a character flaw of this whole system. But anyways, I'm looking forward to today. I got a couple of jobs. I have to go back to this Growy, if you remember the Growy shower valve that I had a problem with. I had to put the stem back together because I cut it. Well, the people got here and everything was working good. They only come down for a week or two at a time. By the end of their vacation, the faucet was dripping again. And when you close it, the cartridge has a little spring to it. Like you can hold it closed, but then the handle springs back just a little bit and it drips. So I've got to go there today at 10 o'clock. Hey Bella, can you like keep it down, you nut? I think I forgot to give her a Prozac yesterday. Or my Prozac. Bella, what's with you? Keep it down. Stop barking. You nut. She's tilting her head looking at me like, what do you mean, man? That's what we do, we bark. Yeah, so I gotta go over there and put a new cartridge in that thing, man. That's why I was at that plumbing place yesterday. Picked up a new cartridge, and this is one of those jobs that's just a pain in the ass. I'm not making any money. I'm probably losing money on it, but they're very few and far between. So you just take it with a grain of salt and you keep moving on. You don't dwell on it. And it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. And I'm gonna close on that. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, my friends, and thanks for tuning in. I'm hoping, it seems like I've lost some people in that 30 days. I checked the other channel, and people are still tuning into the new channel, and I posted the last video was saying, hey, you got to go back to the old one, but so it was just a mess, and there's going to be some casualties, unfortunately, from my phone situation. But enjoy your weekend, and I'm gonna post that video of this beautiful house that I worked in yesterday that nobody could even figure out how to get the drawers out to work on the faucet. Complicated, man, but once you figure it out, it really is pretty smart, you know. It's just that initial, you know, you're trying to figure something out, you're frustrated, you think, you know, this is stupid, and got to work through that. But they're highly engineered, everything is now. So have a great weekend, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment if you've been affected or have run into this situation with all this newfangled stuff. It's just nuts, man. Anyways, have a great weekend, guys. See ya.